Welcome back to the video history of the life of Maurice and Shirley Motola, our mom and dad, our grandparents and great-grandparents. We are discussing now how they met on Orchard Beach in the Bronx. So, Dad, why don't you tell us what you were doing that day?
I was laying on the beach, minding my own business, playing a game where you put the numbers and you get the whole thing in a little square.
Right.
I forget what it's called, and your mother came over.
I think it's called High Q.
Huh?
High Q.
High Q. Your mother came over and said, "What you doing?" Because she wanted to hide from somebody, I think.
Okay,
right?
we'll hear her side of the story in a second.
Huh?
We'll hear her side of the story
Go ahead.
in a second. Okay. Well, first of all, tell me what did you think when she came and sat down?
Nothing. What did I think?
You
I'm
must have thought
surprised.
something.
I was surprised
Why were you surprised?
that someone came over to talk to me. I never went to pick up girls.
You never went to pick up girls, but in the last videotape we discussed how you went up to that communist camp just to pick up girls.
That's different.
Or why was that different?
I don't know.
Okay, so this girl sat down next to you. Did she tell you her name? Did she tell you her name?
Did you?
I can't remember.
I don't remember. She probably did eventually.
Okay, and what did she say? Can you tell me how to play that game?
She must have said, "What are you doing?" And that was that. We started.
Were you on the beach with anybody else or just alone?
Probably a couple of my friends were there.
Yeah.
And I don't remember that.
Who
Gee
can
whiz.
remember this far back?
So I took her to Jones Beach.
So you asked her on a date, and
On a
she
date.
said yes?
Yeah. We went to Jones Beach with, what was her name? Your Phyllis?
Phyllis, okay.
Jacob?
Yeah. And she was so worried she made reservations with a bus or something, just in case things went wrong. But it didn't. We had a nice time. And that's it. And then we went out a few times. She was in college, and I'm sorry I let her get out. That was a bad mistake. Very bad. But I begged her to go back when we were married to Mercy College. She didn't want to, because she had a good job.
Okay, so let's hear Mom's version of events. Mom, you had told a boy that wanted to go out with you that you couldn't go out with him that weekend because you were going away.
I can't remember.
And then you saw him on Orchard Beach and you had to run fast.
Oh,
So
we had
you-
we had a friend. No, a friend. Phil Bloomstein. He changed it. Phil Bloomstein was Phil whatever. He used to call your father every night.
Yeah.
Phil, you remember? He was
Oh, that
like
became Phil Stone?
Stone.
That was his name before Stone Bloomstein?
He was the yo-yo champ. No, don't ask. But he was a schizophrenic. And he used to find them in the sewers. It's where he talked to God when he was off that medicine. Whatever.
Okay, but what does this have to do with you meeting Ma on the beach?
Because he liked her. Something like that. I don't remember. It's a long time ago. Wow.
Okay,
I
so
can only remember 60-something years ago.
okay,
We went
so-
out.
But Ma was trying to avoid seeing that boy on the beach because she had lied and told him she was going away that weekend and wouldn't be in the Bronx. So she
No, she didn't lie.
Yes, she did. She told him she was going to be away, and so she came to sat next to you to so that he wouldn't see her, and that's how you met Ma.
Okay.
Isn't that right, Ma?
I think so.
I guess so.
Okay.
I picked
Doesn't
him up.
matter. You're here. That's all that matters.
Okay. So tell us, Dad, about the first time that you went to visit Ma's parents.
Her father said, she told him I was Sephardic. He goes, "What kind of Jew is this? I never heard of such a thing." You know, he used to
He
talk.
said that to your face.
Yeah.
Ma, did you know what a Sephardic Jew was? So what did you
Oh,
say?
you know what?
What?
I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if she's a nurse here or something. She came to give me my pills or something the other night. She said, "Motola, you're either Italian or Sephardic."
Okay.
How'd you know that? And she didn't answer me. Isn't that
Okay.
amazing? And she's not Jewish.
Okay, but Dad, so you told Ma said, she told me once that she knew you were Jewish when she saw you on the beach.
You did?
I don't know.
She said, this was her phrase, I know a Jew when I see one, and he was a Jew.
Oh, no.
So-
That's not your mother.
Yes, she told me this many times.
I can't remember that.
She obviously has Judar. Okay, so she knew you were Jewish, but she didn't know what a Sephardic Jew was. So when you told her your name, did she say that's an odd name for a Jew? How did it come about that you explained to her you were a Sephardic Jew?
I must have told her at one time or another.
Okay, and what did you say, Ma? You said, what's a Sephardic Jew? And what did you say, Dad?
A Jew.
My father didn't even know what it was.
Their father didn't know what the father Jew was.
Did you understand that his parents came from Turkey?
He told me.
And you knew where that was, Ma?
I can't remember.
Okay, so your father, what about your mother? Did she think it was strange?
No, my mother was.
No,
all my mother did
was a very calm lady.
All my mother did was cook.
Okay.
Cook and filter
So
fish.
she never said anything bad, Dad, right? Because I never heard her say
Grandma,
anything
no,
bad.
never.
Okay.
A bad word never came out of her mouth.
Okay, so
She was a wonderful lady.
so what happened? Did Ma's parents meet your parents before the wedding?
Probably, yeah.
At the engagement party, probably.
At the engagement party, where that picture is on my wall.
Yeah, so what happened at the engagement party?
Nothing.
They couldn't speak to each other.
Lori, I'll be honest with you, I don't
couldn't
remember.
remember
I
16.
can't remember.
Okay. So you had an engagement party.
Yeah, in the shul, in the Sephardic shul.
Oh, and you had it in the Sephardic shul.
Yeah, in the Sephardic shul.
Oh,
across the
Grandma and
street.
Grandpa must have thought that was very strange, a
Well,
Sephardic
there was
shul.
a Orthodox shul right across the street that had a, what do you call the woman's baths? A mikveh?
Yeah,
There were plenty of shuls in my neighborhood.
right.
You trip and fall over.
So what was the name of the Sephardic shul that your father went to?
Shirara Hamim, something like that.
And where was it? Where was it?
Across the street from where I live.
Well, where did you live?
Well, on 72nd Street in Park Avenue.
Okay. And so you had an engagement party. Was it right before the wedding? Like how much before the wedding was it? You don't remember.
Before the wedding, but
Okay. So then you arranged to have a wedding. It was October 30th, 1955.
At the Ellesmere.
I was in the caterers, yeah.
So tell us who the best man and
Horowitz, I told you that.
Davy Horowitz was your best man,
Yeah.
and Phyllis Jacobs was your maid of
No,
honor.
Audrey.
No.
No,
Oh, Audrey was.
Audrey.
Audrey.
Well, what happened to Phyllis?
I was stupid. I picked Audrey.
Well, why was that stupid?
No, Phyllis moved.
Phyllis moved already.
Yeah, she went to Detroit, but she married a guy, took her to Detroit. He wasn't in business.
I see. Okay, so tell us who else walked down the aisle.
Who was our brother? Right?
Paul.
Paul Jacobs.
What about Paul Jacobs?
That was her brother, Phyllis's brother.
Okay,
Well,
so
Phyllis got married and the guy went to Detroit.
Phyllis got married before Ma?
I think so.
I don't know.
Okay.
I can't remember.
No, maybe not. I don't know. But she did get married.
Audrey Frey was my maid of honor, right?
Yes, she became a teacher.
Yeah.
Okay, so Renee walked down the aisle, and she walked down with Mary's
Violet.
daughter, Violet. She was the oldest, Violet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, two other sisters, but
I don't think they were born at that time.
no.
Okay, and who else walked out? Who was the ring bearer, Dad?
What?
The ring bearer, the little boy who walked down the aisle. He was from the Greenstein side.
Greenstein?
I don't know.
He was one of the
father's-
Greensteins.
The bird killer.
Oh,
A
he was.
grandson.
Was that Max Yeris, or his brother? That was Yereshevsky.
Greenstein, grandson. The bird killer's grandson. Remember you had a parakeet?
It was Ida Yereshevsky's son or
I
grandson.
remember
Yeah.
Ida Yereshevsky.
Yeah.
Okay, it must have been.
Hiker.
Yes, it was Ida
Hiker.
Yereshevsky's grandson. Ida Yereshevsky's son, Max Yeris, just passed away last year at 102.
You're kidding.
No,
Wow.
last year.
102?
102. Did you hear that, Ma?
I hear.
Okay.
The father?
the Max Yaris. I don't know if that was the father or the uncle of the boy that walked down your aisle. Okay? I think it was the uncle.
Who
Could
can
be.
remember 62 years ago?
Well, Dad's doing a good job of it.
Audrey Frey was the maid of honor.
Okay, all right. You had
She
a
must still be around,
who?
Audrey.
Yes. And Dad, you had a bunch of grooms.
What?
You had a bunch of groomsmen.
Oh, yeah, there was one. That's a big family.
No, I mean you had a bunch of your friends who walked down the aisle.
Snyder.
Okay, you know what, Dad? Talk about the guy who performed the ceremony.
What?
The cantor, plumber, cantor.
Oh, the cantor, Maurice Shirley. Oh, he was a great guy.
And he was a cantor in what shul? In the Sephardic shul or somewhere else?
He was just a freelance cantor. I met him in the union, and I didn't know who he was. He looked familiar, and I spoke to him, and we introduced ourselves. And I said, "You look familiar." I'll never forget it. He said, "Well, I'm a plumber, and I'm also a cantor." I said, "Well, you married me." And I was hoping he'd be alive to marry you, because he was a good guy. He was wounded in the Second World War at the Battle of the Bulge. His face had to be rebuilt part of it.
Okay.
Very fine man, one of the nicest men I ever met.
Okay, so after the wedding, you went to the Neville for
Neville Country Club.
Yeah, in the Catskill.
Yeah.
And when we washed socks.
And you what?
Well, they called it washing socks when you went to your room to.
Washing socks.
Yeah. That's the
Where'd you
term.
hear that?
Yeah, we washed socks.
I can't remember
That was the
the expression.
So how often were you washing socks?
last time.
What, Dad?
I had dirty socks. When you,
How do you feel about that, Ma?
I can't remember that.
yeah.
But
Ma-
I remember
Ma
going to
doesn't
the
remember that.
I remember going to the Neville.
The Neville is 11 backwards,
I know.
11 sisters, or
Yeah,
something like
and in
that.
those days, everyone went to the Neville, right?
And we went there once with Max. Remember Max and Helen? We took a
Camping.
trip to the mountain. Yeah. Now Max, you know the book that happened in Italy?
Yes.
He told the story.
Max Kempen is in that book,
Yes.
and that's his life story. He spoke perfect Italian. I couldn't believe it.
And
I
he
asked
went
him,
to the Neville with you once.
yeah,
But that was in later years.
yeah. No, the Neville was when we had our honeymoon. Max wasn't at the Neville.
Right.
Max, we met at the Fairways.
Oh, I remember Max.
Okay,
Camping.
so right after the honeymoon, you moved to where? Woody Crest Avenue?
Woody Crest, yeah.
And you had an apartment in Woody Crest, and right away David was born.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Woody
pretty
Crest.
soon, yeah.
By Dr. Left's hospital.
Yeah.
In Manhattan?
Dr. Brodsky was the doctor.
Yeah, the,
Oh, Dr. Brodsky.
Wait, where was he born? In the Bronx or in
In
Manhattan?
the Bronx,
in the
yeah.
Bronx.
I remember the night, she had a little bag. We called a taxi on Ogden Avenue, I think it was,
Yeah.
and took her to the hospital. I went to work. And good old Sam Pomeranz said, "Congratulations, you got a son." I says, "Can I go see him?" She said, "No, when you finish the day's work." That's the kind of guy he was.
I
So you
remember.
finished the day and then you went
Yeah.
to the
Yeah,
hospital?
right.
I was filthy, dirty, whatever.
I was at Dr. Left's. It was off the Concord.
So who named him? Who came up with his name? Who came up with his name? Wipe your nose down. You got yogurt on your nose.
Oh wait, I'll clean it. I'll
Okay.
clean it.
But who decided that his name would be David?
You must name this. I think your father
Yeah.
must have had
He
a
had an uncle David, David Greenstein.
I think it was his father.
Yeah, we name after the dead.
Yes, but he said Uncle David Greenstein had blue eyes. That's what he told me. Did you know that uncle?
Yeah.
Well, her father had a brother who they never met.
Philip.
All the way
No,
up.
no.
No, not
Uncle
Philip.
of
Philip
Rome.
was
Philip was here. on
yeah,
the
but the
Concord.
other brother was
In
out west.
Chicago.
They never met.
No, he met his uncle. He met his brother.
Yeah.
When the brother came to visit in the Ukraine.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? So we done talking about the wedding now? And we'll call it a wrap on this
The
one.
wedding was very nice.
Oh, yeah? Is there anything
Was
nice?
at the
Ellesmere
Ellesmere.
Caterers, we had a nice band,
My father made a nice wedding.
Okay.
He took a
very
long
big crowd. And the
Took a
guy
long
asked you to look up Horowitz,
David Horowitz
was my best man,
and Audrey Frey.
Audrey.
Yeah, David Horowitz had an older brother, you said, named
Heshy.
Heshy. Okay, we'll look that up. All right, everybody, we're
Okay.
wrapping up for today.
Okay.
Thank you
Okay.
for joining us.